Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 16th of April 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, Simone Harris recently became the new Prime Minister of which particular country? So Simone Harris became the youngest Prime Minister of the country Ireland, and he has succeeded Leo Varadkar. Okay, so here Prime Minister is elected by the members of the Dáil, which is actually the lower house of Ireland's bicameral parliament. Ireland basically operates as a parliamentary democracy with the president as a head of the state, but executive power rests with the Prime Minister. Okay, so who's the new Prime Minister of Ireland country? This is Simone Harris. Okay, now let's talk about some of the important and the recent elections. The first question is, Judith Sumanwat Tuluka, recently seen in the news, became the first woman Prime Minister of which country? So recently she became the new and the first woman Prime Minister of Democratic Republic of Congo, that is DRC. Luis Montenegro, recently seen in the news, became the new Prime Minister of which country? Recently he became the new PM of the country Portugal. Okay. Recently Simone Harris has been elected as the youngest Prime Minister of which country? Just we have talked about it. This is the country Ireland. Okay. And he has replaced Leo Varadkar. Recently, who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Palestine? The new Prime Minister of Palestine is Mr. Mohammed Mustafa. Okay. Felity Teo, recently seen in the news, became a new Prime Minister of which country? He is the new Prime Minister of Tuvalu. Fine. Next is, what is the theme of World Homeopathy Day 2024? First of all, this day is celebrated annually on 10th of April in honor of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who is the founder of homeopathy, on his birth anniversary. And this year the theme is Homeo Parivar, One Health, One Family, which emphasizes holistic health. And homeopathy gained the prominence in the 19th century due to Hahnemann's success, and he advocated against the medical methods with adverse effects, pioneering the homeopathy. So the World Homeopathy Day aims to promote the homeopathic system of medicine globally. Okay, here two things you have to remember. World Homeopathy Day is celebrated annually on 10th of April, and what was the theme for this year? Answer is Homeo Parivar, One Health, One Family. Now let's talk about some of the important days and themes. The very first question is, which day is celebrated as International Day of Conscience every year? We celebrate this day on 5th of April. Which day is celebrated as the World Theatre Day every year? World Theatre Day is celebrated on 27th of March. Which day is celebrated as International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination every year? Answer is 21st of March. Which day is celebrated as the World Sparrow Day every year? World Sparrow Day is celebrated on 20th of March every year. Also don't forget that on 20th of March one more day is celebrated. What is this? International Day of Happiness. Okay, so both of these days are celebrated on same day. Which day is celebrated as Ordnance Factories Day annually? Your answer would be 18th of March. Okay, next is, Global Hepatitis Report 2024 is recently released by which organization? Here your answer would be the World Health Organization, and this report highlights India's high prevalence with 2.9 crore cases of hepatitis B and 0.55 crore cases of hepatitis C. Okay, so it was released during the World Hepatitis Summit, and WHO aims to eliminate the hepatitis disease by the end of 2030. This report underscores the importance of awareness, vaccination and healthcare, and in the year 2022 India saw 50,000 new cases of hepatitis B, 1.4 lakh hepatitis C cases and 1.23 lakh deaths. So diagnosis and treatment rates remain low, which emphasizes the need for urgent action, right? Simply you have to remember that global hepatitis report has been released by the World Health Organization. What's inside the report is not at all important, okay? Now in the next slide we will see some of the important reports that came into news. The first question is Global Trade Outlook and Statistics Report recently released by which organization? So it was released by the World Trade Organization. Headquarters lies in Geneva, Switzerland. Fiscal Monitor report recently seen in the news is published by which organization? This report was published by International Monetary Fund. Clean Energy Transitions Program Annual Report 2023 is recently released by which government agency? It has been released by IEA. What is it? International Energy Agency. Food Waste Index Report 2024 recently seen in the news is released by which organization? Your answer would be United Nations Environment Programme. Headquarters lies in Nairobi, Kenya. According to the Brand Finance 2024 report, which is the world's strongest insurance brand? So the world's strongest insurance brand is LIC, that is Life Insurance Corporation of India. Okay. Next is recently who won the F1 Japanese Grand Prix 2024? This is Max Verstappen of Red Bull. He won the Japanese Formula 1 Grand Prix 2024 by defeating whom? By defeating Sergio Perez. Okay. And it is the Max Verstappen's third win out of 4 races this season, and he dominates F1, winning the championships in 2021 to 2023. Only Carlos Sainz has beaten him since 2023, and Max Verstappen leads with a 13-point gap, and at the age of 26 years he holds records as the youngest F1 driver and for most wins and points in a season. Okay, so who has won the F1 Japanese Grand Prix title? Answer is Max Verstappen. Who was the runner-up in this championship? Your answer would be Sergio Perez. Okay, now let's talk about some of the important winners. Who won the 56th National Kho-Kho Championship 2023 to 2024? The winner is Maharashtra here. REC Limited recently won the Scotch ESG Award 2024. Comes under which ministry? So REC Limited has won this particular award and it works under Ministry of Power. Fine. Who won the women's singles title at the WTT FIDE Beirut 2 2024 in Beirut, Lebanon? This is Shirija Akula. Okay. Nahid Divecha, who recently won 2 gold medals in the Indian Masters National Badminton Championship, belongs to which Indian state? This is the state Maharashtra. She is from Maharashtra. Who won the Abel Prize 2024, sometimes called as Nobel Prize of Mathematics? First of all, Abel Prize is given in the field of mathematics. This question is itself very important. And who has won this prize for this year? Answer is Michel Talagrand. Okay, he has been honored with this Abel Prize 2024. Recently, who organized the Shakti Festival of Music and Dance? Here answer would be Sangeet Natak Academy. And Sangeet Natak Academy launches Shakti, which is a festival of music and dance, so as to revive the temple traditions, and it was held during Navaratri, and it celebrates the power of 9 goddesses. So the festivals under Kala Prabha will span 7 Shakti Peeths in across India, from Kamakhya Temple, Guwahati, to Shakti Peeth Ma Harsiddhi Temple that lies in Ujjain. Okay, so we have to remember that Sangeet Natak Academy has organized the Shakti, which is a festival of music and dance. Okay. In the next slide, we will see some of the important festivals that came into news in 2024. First is the Gangaur festival that was recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? Gangaur festival is celebrated in the state of Rajasthan. Shigmo festival recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? Shigmo festival is celebrated in the state of Goa. Chamaya Vilakku festival recently seen in the news is associated with which Indian state? Your answer would be Kerala. Gulal Gota recently seen in the news is a traditional festival of which Indian city? Gulal Gota is celebrated in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Gorsam Kora festival 2024 recently seen in the news is celebrated in which Indian state? This festival is celebrated in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Now next is recently where was the India-Kazakhstan joint working group on counter-terrorism organized? Here answer would be A option, Astana, and this was the 5th India-Kazakhstan joint working group on counter-terrorism which met in Astana, where the delegations discussed the regional terrorist threats including the cross-border terrorism in South Asia and the Afghanistan-Pak region. So they address the challenges like technology used by terrorists, internet misuse, radicalization and terror financing. Both stressed cooperation enhancement via information exchange, capacity building and multilateral exchange. So they agreed on the 6th meeting that is to take place in India. Okay. So what was the venue for India-Kazakhstan Joint Working Group on Counter-Terrorism? Answer is Astana. Okay. Now let's see some of the important military exercises that were in news in 2024. First is Dusklik Joint Military Exercise, recently seen in the news, is conducted between which two countries? Dusklik Joint Military Exercise is conducted between India and Uzbekistan. Recently, which country conducted the joint naval exercise with US, Australia and Japan? This country is Philippines. Gagan Shakti 2024 exercise recently conducted by Indian Air Force at which place? This exercise took place in Pokhran in the state of Rajasthan. IMT trilateral exercise recently seen in the news is conducted between which one of the following countries? So IMT trilateral exercise is conducted between India, Mozambique and Tanzania. Okay. Exercise Tiger Triumph recently seen in the news is conducted between which two countries? This is the exercise between India and USA. Fine. Next is Jenu Kuruba tribe recently seen in the news primarily resides in which region of India? So Jenu Kuruba tribe is indigenous to the Western Ghats and they were historically marginalized which are deprived of their rights and development opportunities. Jenu means honey and Kuruba denotes their caste, which reflect their traditional occupation as honey gatherers. Okay, so they inhabit a small settlement called as Hadi, practicing shifting cultivation, and they rely on the forest resources for their sustenance. So their semi-nomadic lifestyle is structured by the local leaders and ritual heads rather than external authorities of religious institutions. Okay, so Jenu Kuruba tribe is found in Western Ghats. Fine. Now let's see some of the important tribes that came into news. The first one is Konda Reddy tribe, recently seen in the news, is primarily inhabits in which Indian state? Konda Reddy tribe is found in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Recently, which state or the Union Territory government recently approved the 10% reservations for Pahadis and 3 other tribes? This is Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir has approved the 10% reservation for the Pahadis and 3 other tribes. Next is Fani Yarava tribe, recently seen in the news, is mostly found in which Indian state? This tribe is found in the state of Karnataka. Which state is home to the Kutia Konth tribe, recently seen in the news, and they are classified as a particularly vulnerable tribal group, that is PVTG. So Kutia Konth tribe is found in the state of Odisha. The Hathi community, which was recently in news for legal dispute on its inclusion in scheduled tribe list, is primarily found in which Indian state? Hathi community was very much in news these days and they are found in Himachal Pradesh state. Okay. Global Unicorn Index 2024 recently released by which organization? Here your answer would be Huron Research Institute, that is A option. So they have released the Global Unicorn Index 2024 which ranks the startups that were founded in the 2000s. Okay. So India with 67 unicorns in 2023 ranks 3rd globally, and the USA leads the startups with total 703, and then it is followed by China with 340. Okay. Actually, India lacks the unicorns in aerospace and the space tech. What do you understand by the unicorns? They are basically privately held, venture capital backed startups which are valued at $1 billion. Okay, and the factors behind India's unicorn decline include a startup ecosystem slowdown and unsustainable growth. Also, India's initiatives include the fund of funds for the startup scheme and the tax exemptions for the startups since April 2016, right? So Global Unicorn Index is released by Huron Research Institute. What's inside the report is not at all important for your examination. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the important organizations that came into news. The first question is, recently which organization launched a new edition of the Girl Empowerment Mission? Here your answer would be NTPC Limited, which is India's largest power company. They have launched the latest edition of the Girl Empowerment Mission, which is aligned with the government's Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao initiative. Okay, and it offers a 1-month workshop nurturing the girls' imaginations and fostering the opportunities. And from April to 2024, 3,000 underprivileged children join at 42 locations, totaling to 10,000 beneficiaries, and it was started in the year 2018 with total 392 participants, and GEM expanded nationwide, benefiting 7,424 girls till date despite COVID-19 challenges. Okay, simply you have to remember that NTPC has launched a new edition of the Girl Empowerment Mission. India recently collaborated with which organization to nurture the startups in the EV battery recycling field? This is European Union. Okay, actually European Union and India have partnered to advance the electric vehicle goals, where they are focusing on battery recycling technologies, and this collaboration under the India EU Trade and Technology Council aims to enhance the cooperation between the small and medium enterprises and the startups in clean and green technologies. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Ursula von der Leyen initiated this effort in the year 2022, where they aim to foster a green and circular economy. Fine. Here correct answer is European Union. Economic and Social Survey of Asia and the Pacific 2024 report recently released by which organization? This report was released by UNESCAP, and what is the full form? Full form is United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Recently, which organization have successfully conducted a flight test of Agni P, that is Agni Prime, a medium-range ballistic missile? Here answer would be DRDO. Okay. Also, two things can be asked from this question itself. First of all, the Agni class of missiles are which type of missile? They are the ballistic missiles. And the second thing is, what does P stands for in Agni P? So P stands for prime. Okay. Akash Tir air defense system recently seen in the news is developed by which organization? It was developed by Bharat Electronics Limited, BEL. Okay. Recently, President of India inaugurated a 2-day homeopathic symposium at which particular place? So President Draupadi Murmu inaugurated this 2-day homeopathy symposium in New Delhi, and it was organized to commemorate the World Homeopathy Day. Fine. She emphasized the homeopathy's global acceptance as a simple and accessible treatment, and President Murmu lauded the Ministry of Ayush and the government bodies like CCRH, National Commission for Homeopathy, National Institute of Homeopathy for their pivotal roles in promoting the homeopathy in India. Okay, so she has inaugurated this 2-day homeopathic symposium at New Delhi. Let's see some of the recent inaugurations. First is, recently Indian Coast Guard Aquatic Center has been inaugurated at which place? So Indian Coast Guard Aquatic Center has been inaugurated in Rameshwaram in the state of Tamil Nadu. Recently, where was the world's first Om-shaped temple inaugurated? Answer is Rajasthan. Recently, where was the Krishi Integrated Command and Control Center inaugurated? Answer is New Delhi. Recently, India's Numaligarh Refinery Limited inaugurated its first international office in which country? Here answer would be Bangladesh. Okay. And last is, recently where was the India's first indoor athletics and aquatic center inaugurated? Your answer would be Bhubaneswar. Fine. And now the last question is, Clean Economy Investor Forum will be organized by the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity in which country in June 2024? Here your answer would be A option, that is Singapore. Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity Clean Economy Investor Forum will be held in Singapore in June 2024. Why? So as to attract the investment for sustainable infrastructure, climate tech and renewable energy project. So the tech companies and startups are invited to showcase Indian investment projects in EV, electric vehicle and solar energy infrastructure. It was launched in 2022, and IPEF is a US-led initiative that involves total 14 countries so as to bolster the economic partnership, equity and competitiveness in the Indo-Pacific region, right? So it will be organized by the IPEF in Singapore country in June 2024. Let's see some international current affairs. Sea Dome air defense system recently seen in the news is developed by which country? Here answer would be Israel. Actually, Israel has recently deployed its ship-mounted defense system Sea Dome for the very first time, and Sea Dome is a naval adaptation of the Iron Dome, and it protects against rocket and missile threats. It utilizes the radar detection and interceptors, and it boasts high effectiveness. So it was mounted on SAR 6 class corvettes, and it integrates with ship radar for enhanced target detection. Fine. So Sea Dome ensures comprehensive maritime defense against the modern threats, which showcases Israel's advanced military technology. Okay, Sea Dome air defense system is developed by Israel country. Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, recently seen in the news, is located in which country? It lies in Ukraine. Angara A5 space rocket, recently seen in the news, is developed by which country? Your answer would be Russia. Okay. Recently, which country has been introduced a new gold-backed currency named as ZIC? So Z is for ZIC and Z is for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe country has introduced a new gold-backed currency named as ZIC. Recently, which country ended its diplomatic ties with Ecuador? This country is Mexico. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.